Ripley just hit fans with some serious truths, so we'll see what that's about. We'll also check out some topics for AJ Lee, Iyo Sky, and more. Starting things off with Rhea Ripley because she just recently addressed a serious issue that's going on right now amongst the online wrestling community, and that's the topic of fake and toxic fans. These are fans that claim to be very supportive of women's wrestling, but they're the first ones to mention how a women wrestler does not deserve something, how they should retire, and how they're handed everything. Rhea even mentioned there's some sick things she sees from fans, even wishing injuries on the women. Rhea slammed these fans for being the reason why it's so difficult to be taken seriously as a women wrestler. Rhea ended her statement by saying that if these toxic fans put this much effort into other things in their lives, that maybe they would accomplish things themselves. And Rhea's right. There's a lot of fans out there that act exactly similar to what Rhea described. They claim to be super fans of women's wrestling, but when they don't like a certain superstar, some fans take it an extra mile that ends up being completely unnecessary and starts entering the degrading area. What Rhea said basically echoes some of the same things that Becky Lynch and Big E were saying, just about the double standards amongst the fans from when it comes to aging male superstars versus aging female superstars. Male superstars in their late 30s and up to their mid 40s get nothing but high praise and cheers from the fans, but female superstars in the same age group receive nothing but boos, accusations of hogging the spotlight, and comparisons to Hulk Hogan. So that's something that Becky Lynch just slammed fans for as well. That why can't the older women get the same grace from the fans that the older men get? And in Rhea's case, it seems like she's responding to some of the fan remarks coming out of the closing moments of the May 12th edition of Raw. That recent episode of Raw ended with Rhea Ripley holding up Iyo Sky's hand and staring at the women's world title, meaning to give off the hint that Rhea Ripley was coming after the women's world title once again. And that's when those toxic fans went down that spiral of complaining about Rhea Ripley getting another title shot and saying all those horrible things that she mentioned in her message. Rhea Ripley has been in the title picture pretty consistently over 2 years, so when Raw ended with that heavy teaser that she'll be getting another title match, things got ugly coming from those fans, and Rhea broke her silence and addressed the situation. The good parts of the wrestling community is great and amazing, but everyone knows those bad parts can get very deeply ugly. So you never know what side you're going to get, but hopefully Rhea's statement does get those fans to do some self-reflecting and realize they're just human beings behind those WWE superstar characters that you see on television. Going online and seeing all those horrific comments, it's rough on someone's mental health. So everyone is hoping that the community can definitely grow and do much better for when it comes to voicing their displeasures in that fashion. A recent compilation that was put up by WWE is receiving a lot of buzz and attention from the community because of who WWE decided to put on the cover. And we're talking about the recent listings of WWE's compilation for CM Punk's rare teammates. Out of all the rare teammates Punk had during his lengthy career, WWE decided to put him and AJ Lee as the cover for that compilation. The reason why the community is buzzing about that little gesture is because, yes, of course, everyone has been fantasy booking AJ's return a lot in recent years. But the buzz is also because one of the most talked about ideas in recent memory has been for AJ Lee to return as a mixed tag team partner for CM Punk. So to see WWE acknowledge Punk and AJ's past as a tag team has really intrigued that conversation even more. The idea was pitched by Liv Morgan herself. She said that her ultimate dream match would be for SummerSlam 2025 to feature Dominic Mysterio and herself versus CM Punk and AJ Lee. For Dominic and Punk, the bad blood there between the two of them, funny enough, dates back to when Dominic was a teenager and had to deal with CM Punk embarrassing him and his whole family on Smackdown. Even just recently, Dominic said in an interview that CM Punk is 60 years old and that he only headlined WrestleMania due to all of his tantrums he's thrown over the years. So the jabs there between both sides are still pretty fresh. And for Liv Morgan and AJ Lee, they never faced off each other before. They don't have that rich history like that, but SummerSlam 2025 would technically be a homecoming for the both of them. Both AJ and Liv were born and raised in New Jersey, which is the hosting site for SummerSlam 2025. So you can only imagine what hometown receptions both AJ Lee and Liv Morgan would get in the stadium. Liv last appeared at MetLife Stadium for WrestleMania 35 in 2019, and AJ's last appearance inside MetLife took place back at WrestleMania 29 in 2013. So if both of these women return to their hometowns, plus you have Dominic and CM Punk also in the match, it would surely be a crazy good match. That's why fans were flipping out, because there's been so much conversation about Punk and AJ teaming up again. So for them to upload that compilation with that cover photo, it definitely has fans losing their minds with all the possibilities. Let's get into some topics revolving around the Women's World Champion Iyo Sky, because they've been on quite the hot streak and has some pretty interesting things revolving around her. Iyo Sky's current run really came out of nowhere, when it was Iyo versus Rhea for the championship, and to determine who would be facing Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 41, a lot of fans looked right past Iyo Sky and gave her absolutely no shot of winning the title from Rhea Ripley right before WrestleMania. But that's exactly what happened. Iyo Sky would then keep the momentum going when she defeated both Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair in the triple threat match. Iyo also personally pinned Bianca for that win, ending Bianca's impressive 4 wins, 0 losses streak at WrestleMania. Iyo followed that up by having an outstanding match with Stephanie on the Raw after WrestleMania, and has been having great matches ever since. Iyo's first world title reign was great, with the whole entire storyline with Bayley, but as of this moment, her current title reign feels like it has way more fire under it than her first one, because this reign has been pretty great so far. Like we mentioned earlier, it does seem like Rhea Ripley is the next challenger for Iyo's title. And yes, they've been feuding and crossing paths a lot in recent memory, but technically speaking, Rhea never got her true one-on-one rematch with Iyo Sky. The last one-on-one between Rhea and Iyo featured Bianca Belair as the special guest referee, and Bianca ruled that match no contest. And then WrestleMania was, of course, a triple threat. So we're yet to see Rhea versus Iyo in a standard match with a standard referee ever since that match where Rhea lost the title. So it looks like this is a match that could be coming up. Something else that's very exciting for Iyo Sky's usage is the potential returns of Kairi Sane and Asuka. Kairi and Asuka have been sidelined with injuries for a while now, but rumors have been circulating a lot that both Kairi and Asuka are very close to returning to action. The both of them have been sharing constant training updates as they gear up for their returns, so that's something that fans are monitoring as well. If Iyo even gets into a situation where someone is beating her down, or multiple women are beating her down, could we see a scenario where Kairi Sane and Asuka make their returns together to save Iyo Sky, and as well revive what's left of Damage Control as well? Damage Control never broke up, but the group did quietly vanish due to injuries and Dakota Kai's recent release. So fans are hoping that Kairi and Asuka's returns could bring that group back together in some capacity. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.